Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Monday, December 11th, 2017. About an hour ago, Donald Trump on live television, signing his name on a piece of paper, holding it up like the proud second grader he is, and saying he's sending astronauts to the moon and Mars to create jobs. Because what more do we need for the people of Earth than jobs in outer space? So, as always is the case, it's news by the numbers. Donald Trump's the 45th president. Here on the week of the 45-year anniversary of the last mission to the moon, we get Donald Trump signing this moon mission. The last time astronauts supposedly went to the moon was Apollo 17, specific number to space, and Masonry, which controls the space program in our federal government. That was the week of 1972. The mission began December 7th. They touched down on the moon December 12th, which will be tomorrow. With regards to it being Apollo 17, remember space equals 17, like Mason 17, like God 17. Just put out a video on Saturday about the history of Masonry and the space program. There's that flag blowing in the wind of the moon. So we're told. This date was December 12, 1972, date with 96 numerology. Also date with 115 numerology. Freemason equals 96. The plural, Freemasons equals 115. S is the 19th letter, 96 plus 19, 115. Masonic also has the gematria of 115. So a very fitting date for the moon landing. In case you missed what I showed earlier, there was this headline from December 8th, 2017, SpaceX versus Boeing and who will reach Mars first. The date of this article, December 8th, was a date with 57 numerology. Conspiracy equals 57. Scottish Rite, as in Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, which is headquartered in D.C., the land of the federal government. Conspiracy, Scottish Rite, Mars, Moon, outer space, spaceship, Elon Reeve Musk, they all equal 57. And not coincidentally. But made me laugh that Trump was doing this signing at 3:05. It's kind of like 35. NASA equals 35. He had Harrison Smith by his side who gave him a toy astronaut, which we'll get to. Scottish Rite of Freemasonry also has the gematria 350. A lot like 35. As for it being the 45-year anniversary and Trump being the 45th president, as a reminder, the word geometry sums to 45. Gematria, the practice of coding numbers into letters, is geometry in language. And notice geometry using the alphabetic order is 108. Using the alphabetic order in reverse, also 108. Alphabetic order means A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, D is 4, up to Z is 26. Reverse just means doing it the opposite. Z is 1. All the way back to A is 26. Geometry sums to 108, forwards and backwards. Look at that number. 1 is a line. A lot of lines in geometry. 0 is a circle. A lot of circles in geometry. 8 is 2 circles. The word ritual also has gematria 45. But one more point about this geometry thing. They tell us that the sun has the diameter of 108 Earths. And they tell us the sun is 108 suns from the Earth. And at the same time, they tell us that the moon has the diameter of 108 moons in terms of its distance from the Earth to the moon. 108 corresponds with the sun, the moon, and Earth in a big way. So this news, Trump became the 58th winner of the 58th presidential election. The 58th presidential inauguration was January 20th. Remember, NASA established in 58. From Inauguration Day to today, where he signed his name on the piece of paper like a proud second grader, 325 days later. And Scottish Rite of Freemasonry equals 325. This is using the alphabetic order. This is not an arbitrary number. The Council of Nicaea was in 325 AD. Council of Nicaea was to decide what to do about the Christians who were split over worshiping the sun in the sky and a mortal man that was said to be the Son of God. You know, the star. By the way, the word star and the word stars, I'll just show this to you. Star, 58. Stars, 58. NASA, established in 58. You know, space program, life dependent on the star, the Son of God. If you don't know about Freemasonry, one of the beliefs is you have to believe in God. So anyway, this Apollo 17 moon mission began December 7th, big day in this nation's history. First state established on this day. War declared with Austria-Hungary and World War on this day. Pearl Harbor on this day. 12/7. Scottish Rite of Freemasonry also has gematria of 127. See? Just using our base ciphers. And with regards to Mason in 17, where we began, let's not forget that the modern era of Freemasonry began with the Premier Lodge of 1717, you know? In England, English. So here's NASA's establishment date, July 29th, 1958, Freemasonry 58, Secret Society 58, Washington 58, United States 58, and a whole lot more. Again, Donald Trump announced he was running for president for the 58th rig selection from the 58-story Trump Tower and hired 58-year-old Steve Ray for Inauguration Day. Anyway, NASA's date of establishment, date with 113 numerology. Scottish equals 113. Moon also equals 113 in the Frank Bacona cipher. And let's not forget, in 1958, the pilot episode for The Twilight Zone came out. And it was about putting a man on the moon. Same year NASA established. The date that NASA was established, also a date with 94 numerology. It was Harrison Schmitt standing next to Donald Trump today, who gave him the astronaut toy, the last man to be on the moon. Notice his name equals 94. Like the establishment date, if you write out 94, it sums to 147, like Freemason, like conspiracy, like outer space, like Big Bang, and a whole lot more. Also about Donald sending people to Mars. Planet Mars 119, Donald 119. Today's date, the date of this news, date was 60 numerology, astronaut 60. You know? And he's got the astronaut who gives him the astronaut toy. It's all ritual. NASA does everything by the numbers. Your federal government does everything by the numbers. It's because it's Freemasonry and this is how they operate. It's all based in Kabbalah. It's the belief of the way the world was created with God by merging the letter with the number. The Freemasons are playing God, doing everything by the code all throughout history. Remember Neil Armstrong, first moon mission, first moon landing mission, we should say. Neil Armstrong, name gematria, overlap with Scottish Rite, not coincidentally. If you missed the video I put out Saturday, check it out. Some additional information. But this is why we have the 45th president signing off on the 45-year anniversary of Apollo 17. And if I forgot to say so at the beginning, I mean, what year are we in? 2017. You see? Big space news. All right, Truth Seeker. Until next time.